All right, we'll take one more, and this is ended, Rod, because we already over. Let's see, we got a good one. It says, "What's up with eating and drinking gold? What's up with eating and drinking gold, Rod?"
So not just gold, but platinum group metals. We talked about this before, but the platinum group metals in a diatomic form, in a monoatomic form, or in a ormus form, right? Or in a raw metal form, your body could still use it. To strengthen your spirit body, that's what gold does. Your spirit body is your higher self's ability to put more energy into the 3D realm for higher realms of consciousness to be brought down. The silver is the most potent antibiotic known to man.
That's right. That's why I say kill vampires.
Yeah, they parasites.
Yeah, they parasites. That's right. All right, hey, Rod. This ain't no question. They just wanted to shout you out there because they put it. It says, "Rod, I feel safe because I know you are here to help us ascend." So we shout out Nubian Organics. Hey, we about to get up out of here, Rod. We're gonna have to do this again this week, man. Sometime when the next one you free, you can do it tomorrow whenever you're ready. Just let me know.
I think I got something scheduled tomorrow. I gotta check to see other, but
Friday,
if not,
Saturday, whenever you want. So just let me know.
Okay.
I'm always free. Well, tomorrow I got Life Waves. Life Wave gonna be on tomorrow. So but he gonna be on earlier before the time you go on. So if you want to do it tomorrow, whenever you free, just let me know. We'll go back on because these joints be hot, man. I'll tell you,
this was just having a conversation.
I know it be hot. This shit is hot.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to help us put this shit back together, man. They got us so fucking twisted in the brain, and all of the information is there.
Yeah, right there.
But it's just that one of us had to go read all these thousands of books and read a couple libraries in order to tell y'all how to find this shit. But I appreciate the dialogue, because this is the only time I really get. If I don't have guests on my lives, I don't be talking to nobody. I be in this motherfucking cave right here.
Nah, we need you, bro. We need you. Like,
reading the ethers,
saying some shit, bro. You be saying it's like I had a lot of shit, but then it's like you say the little shit that like you stitching a lot of shit together for me that now I can step off to another level. It's like you building a bridge for me on other shit, on connections on other shit. You building a bridge for me, so I'm able to make a bigger picture of my shit now. And so like it's shit, man. Every time I have a good time. Every time I learn something, another piece. Every time you go, every single show we do. So shout out to brother Rod, man. Like I said, if you want to show him some love, we drop this Cash App in the links. We got 1,200 people. Everybody send them $1, man. Put them in the game. Everybody send them $1. That's $1,200. Well, yeah, okay.
Well, I gotta make it known. I don't do this for the money. I do this for my people. Do it. No, let me finish, Elder.
Go ahead, my bad.
This for the people that's watching. I don't do this for the money. I do this for my people. I accept all offerings with gratitude, but I solicit none. Right. So I'm not gonna ask for nothing. So when they invite me to their shows and they ask for something, because they know I'm not gonna ask, because I'm doing this for my people.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I receive any gifts with gratitude.
Yeah, but I just show you
right, because that's what you're supposed to do as a priest. The priest physician, he don't want to take no motherfucking payment if you get sick, but make sure you take care of them while you well. You see the difference?
Yeah, that's heavy. That's a good.
They can't wait to see you when you get sick, so they can charge you for all of the time you've been well. Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro.
So the witch doctor is different from the Western doctor because the Western doctor is ran by bankers. And the bankers is running some people called pharmaceutical empires, drug companies, legalized drug dealers. They can sell you motherfucking perks, but if they catch me selling heroin, they'll give me 100 years. Right? What's the difference in the position? right? Because they operating from a corporation, and the corporation is a bulletproof entity. You can't kill a corporation with bullets. And we've been trying to kill the corporation with bullets. That's why the corporation keep kicking our ass by sending other motherfuckers with bullets to kill our ass.
You gotta put a stake to his heart or something, huh? You gotta put a stake to the heart to kill this motherfucker.
Look, the corporation is a mental fiction created by a magician to conceive you into believing you have a government.
Yeah, ours.
I came to end all conjures. That means I have to unravel this motherfucking mystery of the spell of Kingu.
You unraveling that shit, bro.
Now, the spell of Kingu is designed to keep you in a perpetual slumber so that you will never rise to higher knowledge yourself. I come to break the motherfucking psychological chains of slavery that's been wrapped around the minds of the people to make them not be free, even when they under the pretenses of freedom.
Right. You said a lot.
Because they say this is the land of the free and the home of the brave. I see a whole bunch of motherfuckers oppressed and everybody's scared to do something about it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We'll beat each other ass, but we won't do nothing to get rid of the system that's causing us to have a conflict because we all starving and hungry, so we biting each other for success. Right? So now we bring this shit to a motherfucking close and tell them motherfuckers cease with all conscience, and they still spilling blood on the land, and we still letting them, and we still participating out of ignorance.
That's right.
Right? So soon as we all eyes on motherfucking the chiefs, then all of the braves can get properly instructed on how to move on the land.
Indeed, indeed.
But as long as we neglecting the youth and we telling them they'll figure it out, by the time they figure it out, they already gone. Indeed. In some cases, too far gone. But this is a situation that can be easily remedied in the next 20 years. We can go from hell to heaven.
That's what we.
But it's going to be a group effort, and ain't nobody going to do it because they have to. They're going to do it because they want to, because it's the right thing to do. That's how you build the kingdom of the righteous. Watch the Nation of Islam. Watch the New Wahabi when Malachi was out. They got it from the dirt. Think about it. Farrakhan didn't get that back, and it was fully cocked and loaded. Wallace destroyed it all.
That's right.
And Farrakhan single-handedly rose it from the dead.
That's right.
That's an act of God.
Our Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam.
Look, that got to be an act of God.
That's right.
Especially considering the results of Malcolm.
That's right.
Somebody got to be doing God's work for real. And not just bullshit. So when God comes and he gonna say, I need an army to overthrow these goddamn devils, where the fuck he gonna get them from if all of his soldiers are sissies? Right?
That's what I said.
If all his soldiers is walking around in skirts and lipstick, the women the only soldiers he got left. So what do? Put the power where it go, the machine run the way it's supposed to run, and then it cleans itself of the motherfucking dirt. That's that simple. It's not hard. Get rid of that secret squirrel ass shit. Show the people how government is run so the people know how to run the government.
You know about the secret squirrels, right?
No, yeah, all about that. Yeah, that's all that backdoor willing and dealing, envelopes under the table like they was doing at the UAW. Selling votes and shit. They thought we weren't gonna never figure this shit out.
Yeah, Rod, you deep, bro.
They all came. I challenged them all. Everything from the Federal Reserve giving y'all the motherfucking keys on the face of the dollar bill, then using that motherfucker appropriately. If you go to my YouTube order and you pull up on my page, pull up Key to the United States, you'll see the article where I had to write.
You got to send me the link to that so I can put it in the descriptions.
You want to know?
Yeah, send it to me. 10,000. Hey, like he said, man, like Pimp C say, everybody ain't no punk, man. I'm talking to you now, boy. Don't make me go.
Oh man, don't get Pimp C started, bothering me.
I'll make you go out the trunk, nigga. Everybody, you can't do everybody like that, nigga. You can't punk everybody. Everybody ain't no punk. Huh?
Pimp C say he ready to be seen. He don't like all this lay low ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
hey, Ron from the bust up in the head. Okay, hey, we forgot. Hey, man, we sorry we forgot to get a ball cap disclaimer, man. You know, we supposed to. I'm about to start giving that ball cap disclaimer on all raw takes, man, because we don't never know what the hell is gonna happen, man. Niggas cap already blew up now on this joint.
Check it out.
Okay, we got it right there. You want me to roll it real quick?
Put it up.
All right, hold on, let me get it in. Hold on, let me save it on here.
This is what you call cashing a receipt when you reveal to the public something that you already did when you telling them that you done it, and then they see that you done it for real when you said you did it.
Oh yeah, I got you. We finna roll. We finna roll that beautiful babe footage. We finna roll that beautiful babe footage, baby. Hey, you know a nigga came out with that? Roll that beautiful babe footage. Then they got like a little dog in the background. Them niggas funny with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Know some nigga was in the lab. Know how they, like you just said, them niggas be in the lab coming up with that shit. They say, "Oh yeah, you work for us, so that's our jingle."
Big Meech is he's the king that trains the princes. He in charge of the royal sons being taught how to live with wealth at this time. He gonna have to get out too. They not keeping all these motherfuckers incapacitated. They tell me the OGs told them to shut them motherfuckers down for my birthday all across the land. So we're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna see.
Because they supposed to send them to me, but I ain't talking to nobody but Farrakhan and Angel Bay and Larry. Anybody else can talk to him and Pops. And only 4 people can come talk to me, and nobody else can come tell me shit.
Because what they gonna tell you, man? Besides some shit try to hustle you.
Man, I don't want to hear that shit. They be trying to kind of motherfucker like when the FBI came in. This was about a week before Malcolm got shot. And they was trying to get Malcolm to sell out the message. Did you hear that? The FBI tape?
Yeah. I heard. Then they try to get they try to he get mad about the land. I had that tape, man. Where I got it on my hard drive somewhere where he talks about they was trying to offer land and shit. And but the FBI was questioning Malcolm, trying to get him to give him some information on Elijah, trying to get him to turn against him, pretty much. Yeah.
And now keep in mind, this was like a week before he got shot.
Yep. Damn, it was a week before he got shot. I didn't know that though.
Now check this out. Do you know the day he got shot, every major news reel was recording at in the Audubon ballroom. They had a press section. Go back and look at the pictures. They was taking live footage when the gunshots went out, but the FBI confiscated all of the tape.
My damn phone went dead. Try to play it. They won't let me. I'm gonna charge the damn phone to transfer it to that file so I can play it. I could have swore I just put that shit right here though. Hold up. It might be not right now.
Queen PCKD said, "Why woman is asking why she keep being an underwater welder in Antarctica? Because you probably worked there before in the past life, sweetie. They didn't just discover Antarctica under the Hitler administration. They had already been going down there long before Hitler from over here."
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna save it in the links, man. But my phone went dead, so I gotta charge my phone back up just to get that link transferred to the video. So
Sister asked me, "Are you connected with King John Smarty, your brothers for real in this spirit war?" I would like to meet them. Anybody that's trying to do this clean up shit, I'm with that shit.
Let's do it. Yeah, I can't even see the chat no more. Yeah, man, we already over time anyway. But we're gonna have to come back again, man. This shit be get so good. Like it all we want.
I'm gonna post it in the comments, young girl. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, post it in the comments, and then I'm gonna, since I got it already and you sent it to me, I'm gonna save it in the I'm gonna post it in the comments too. You're gonna post it in the chat, I'm gonna post it in the comments, and I'm gonna post it in the descriptions when I put the descriptions up on the video. So that way, as soon as we get off, like it'll take like 10, 20, about 15 minutes to process, and then I put the shit on there, and boom, they can just get it right there, go straight to it off Facebook, off of the YouTube to straight to Facebook. Man, how did they get that phone with it? I didn't even notice it. Man, this shit was fire. Hey, we're gonna be back again, man. We might do a open Q&A part on Thursday or Friday. We might do an open Q&A part 2 because this open Q&A shit is like it's like it can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I like that we going all over the place, like just look different shit. I'm actually gonna go back and listen to this video again tomorrow and write and take notes off this video. You know what I'm saying? So I can go do some more research on this shit and make the more connections, man. The shit you gave me, Rod, I'll tell you, it's game over, man. It's over. It's so clear now. It ain't. I like fear is not even a thing of my definition. It ain't a definition of mine no more. Fear. It's like it's really nothing to fear really no more. You know, at this point. So I don't know if you can hear me. Hey, Rod, you still there?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah. So like the shit that you give you taking the spook and the fear out of all the shit, like shit that niggas are scared of, and they say, oh, don't go mess with that. Oh, you gonna get this or boogeyman. It's always trying to scare us when it's shit that's our shit, stuff that we need to get to make the connections. They scare us away from it, so we just go around it. But you making it to you going head first right into the shit. Nigga, we ain't scared of this shit. Nigga, get this. It's like you walk into a haunted house, and when you walk in, it's like a spider web at the door. You just knock the spider web down. Nigga, I ain't scared of this shit. Nigga, get this shit out of it. We walk up in here and see what the hell is going on. Like a crazy motherfucker. Like they scared of us, man. They scared of niggas like that. You know, niggas that ain't scared. They can't scare you. They can't spook you. They can't get you off your square. They don't like niggas like that, bro. They don't like because you uncontrollable, you unpredictable. And technically, we are predictable because we're gonna do just what the opposite. We're gonna put out front what we saying against the niggas that's out to stop us. It's just like this is what it is. We're about to get ready to get out of here.
Can we get some Ye is right hashtags up in the comments, y'all?
Yeah, Ye is right hashtags. I've been seeing that a lot.
Kanye right. Kanye is right hashtag and Ye is right hashtags. Load them motherfuckers up.
Oh yeah, before I get out of here, let me ask you this last question. Somebody asked this. Like, do you the Kyrie Irving, because they bringing his name up too with the Kanye West thing? Is it a connection between? Is he working with Kanye or people? Somebody asked that.
Didn't you hear Kyrie Irving say, "I got an army with me"?
Yeah, he did say that.
Okay. Didn't you hear Kanye West say, "I'm well protected"?
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. Now it's another one too. Just came out, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's like 3 of them now.
3 people that they blackball.
They can't blackball them.
They whiteball them, yellow ball them.
Look, they trying to blackball them, but that's just pushing them to the positions of power.
Yeah, they making them blow up. Really, that's what I'm saying. These people crazy. The way Illuminati do shit. I mean, these suckers, man. The way they do shit, it's like they really backfiring. Everything they do now is backfiring on them.
Right, because when I expose the game plan, now all of the players know how to play the game in order to overthrow the system. So everybody doing a part. It's just that when we see somebody doing a part, we got to back up their play so they know we all in this shit together.
Yeah, I'm with
teamwork make the dream work. For real.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna just keep bullying us and we don't respond. Exactly. We ain't got to lift a finger. All we got to do is fuck up the algorithms. We fucking with their money.
It's already happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pimp C say, everybody ain't no punk, man. You can't keep punking us out, man. We ain't no punks. We finna pop the trunk, boy. It's time to pop the trunk on these niggas, man. I maybe pop the trunk. Like down south, niggas keep their shit in the trunk. Like in certain counties where you can't ride with your gun in the car, they keep it in the trunk. So nigga down at but Texas, they can it's open carry and shit like that. But he's saying, you know, don't make me, because I got some shit in the trunk, boy. Don't make me go pop that trunk now.
Yeah.
See, man, I'm telling you. Hey, we about to get up out here.
So let me explain the algorithm for a minute, Elder. Then we're gonna cut. So the algorithms, we want to hit them. They don't care if we kill one of them. They care about the dollar. So when we show the support for Ye, that's making their dollars decrease. We hitting them in the pockets where it hurt. We kicking them in the ego.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when they see that we don't back down from them, and we let them know that they seen, motherfucker. Farrakhan already told them, tell your master to come out from hiding, motherfuckers. He done told him he gonna have to show himself now. The one that's pushing all of the buttons is pulling the string. Bring his motherfucking ass on up to the front. Bring him to the front of the class.
Right.
Right. So
Like,
we
can
know
one
who
man
they
have all this
is.
power?
We know who they is. We want y'all to see who they is.
Hey, we out there. That's it. Hey, you can drop the mic off there. You can drop the mic and walk off stage after that one, right? Hey, showtime at the Apollo, baby. Hey,
yeah, is right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. That's how we leave that motherfucker. Yep.
yeah. I like that.
Make that the screensaver, Elder.
Huh?
Make that the screensaver.
Jay is right.
Yeah. These pictures you just put up.
I got you. I got a file one. I got a file one I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna got you. I got you. Hey, so we about to get up out of here, man. This shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Yo, show some love on the Cash App, man. We had 1,200 people in this joint. That's crazy. For one night, man. We're gonna keep going up and up. So man, we appreciate the brother Rod for coming through. He gonna be back again, man, because it's really like me and Rod channel, really. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the young Gambler boy. It's really because Rod be dropping them. So hey, man, subscribe, hit that like, hit that bell, brother. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. We put something out every day. We about to get up out of here, man. Islam, peace, love, Hotep, divine love, assured throughout the boundless universe to all.
So I'm gonna tell you how to use your shit. They tell you use what you got to get what you want, but they don't tell you how to use it wisely. They teach you how to use it haphazardly and indiscriminately and recklessly. Yeah, you use what you got to get what you want. The sisterhood, the hive, protect the babies. Go look at the beehive. What do they do? Look at the ant colony. What does it do? Look at the termite colony. What does it do? What is the first order of business in any one of them? Protect the babies. Whose job is it first? Before the warriors come out, the women on the attack. The warriors don't even know what to bust upside their head unless one of the women attack first. I'm going to show you, Iman, how to create a sigil. And I'm going to give you the visualization for the holding of the hands. But you got to inbox me because this is not anything I'm going to freely share with the guys unless they've been approved by women to come get the information to return the information to a clan. They won't freely get it. But any woman that is setting up a woman's group, inbox me, and there's no charge. I'm not in this for the money. Fuck they money. I want free. Fuck they money, I want free. What they say on the Amistad, give us free. That's all. Fuck they money, I want free. You know? And so, yes, protect the queen. Protect the queen. Protect the queen. And if you notice, all of the babies are outside of the realm of the queen, meaning that they put all of the nurseries around the outside modules of where the queen is at, right? Because they got to protect the babies before they can protect the queen. So they put the queen in the middle so she's secure so she can keep making the babies while they all go to war. Mama Wada, yes. There's also music and dance awakening in the feminine. Now, there's singing and dancing. You can incorporate male children under puberty. Male children can sing and dance with the women until they hit puberty. And then he need to be switched over into man mode by then. But we all worry about adult males having relationships with underage women. It's sometimes Adult women ain't ready to have no relationship. When the women are made healthy, they know this. It's a grown ass woman, 25 years, don't need to be with no man. She need to be getting her own self together, but she can't because of the way that the society is structured. She's told that, you know, she need to be married or working or something. She don't got time to heal herself. Don't heal yourself. Go out there and get in the humdrum of the day-to-day life. That's what you do. You know. Yeah, I already said that, George. The beehive. You know what? Matriarchy. Study the pride of lions. They call the lions a pride for a reason. What do the word pride mean? Go back and study the lion. Study the wolf pack. Watch how they keep the elderly out front where they can watch them and the babies in the middle while they keep the motherfucking gangsters in the rear. You can keep an eye on everybody else. You know, so all of these things not haphazard. When they destroying women and they launch an attack on women, they have to give us an opportunity by exposing it in the form of the destruction of a monument of some form, a icon or a sacred site has to be attacked. That means they're attacking women. I don't know. You the first one said something, Chanel, but it wouldn't be surprising if it is buffering, because at Facebook, when I say certain stuff, like when I mentioned the Queen of Heaven and Earth earlier, the sound gradually faded out. Yes. Yep. So, I think I got y'all to understand the importance of the uterus, the reason why they like to take them from y'all, and the mammary glands. Now, I mentioned earlier South Africa is where the uterus of Earth was. There's an earth rite that women perform at that place that starts Earth to growing vegetation in the desert. That's what it do. It heals Earth that good. It starts growing vegetation in the desert. The desert start to accumulate moisture again. Trees start growing where they had whacked them all down from. And every time they try to do some dumb shit like CERN, they'll have an earthquake that'll crack that motherfucker and it'll fill it in. They can't do no dumb shit when Mother Earth is awake. She's asleep right now. And as long as y'all leave her asleep, and as long as y'all allow the evil to persist by allowing them to turn the sisters against each other, then y'all supporting the devil holding on to his grip on Earth. It's not hard. It's not hard. Elijah Muhammad said nation can rise no higher than its women. He should have said the earth can be no freer than its women. It would have been a more accurate statement than that. The earth can't get free till the women get free. The women can't get free until they get their rights back that gives them the control over the energy of themselves matched with the energy of the earth that they are waking up by controlling their own energy. It boils down to physics and energy conservation, the organizing of the energy within the physical self and harmonizing it with other like-minded women who want to see the oppression end. And then all of y'all women that done that will affect the other women who have not, as it start becoming contagious. Yeah, you're only gonna get about probably 20 good minutes of the first video. So this is mostly a recap, and I probably touched on some stuff I missed in the first one, and I probably missed some stuff that I touched on in the first one. But I can only put out information. As you can see, she's still with me. I can only put out information as Queen of Heaven and Earth tell me to. Now, I'll be in a dead sleep sometime, and it'll be the same as if somebody walk in the room, shake you and say, hey, get up. I need you to do this. I can't physically see nobody there. I can actually hear the audio sound in my ears, but I feel it so deep telling me to do it that I just do it. I know what it is, I recognize what it is, and I accept it for what it is, and I follow instruction. Now, when I was a little boy growing up, my mom used to always say, the Lord show favor on an obedient child. If you are alone and you don't have, yes, Cynthia, you have to, your steps is just going to take longer by yourself. But it's still not a long process. The hardest part in reorienting the grid, the phantom organ, which is the energy body, the whole trick to it is finding where you're losing your power at. And when you start taking your power back, the uterus will start to wake up on its own. You're not fragmented, and the energy has to go somewhere. It's blocked because you're not using the energy grid at the uterus because of the shock of losing the organ. But when you start gaining your power back, one little thing at a time, stop bitching. If it's something that make you bitch, it's designed to agitate you, or else you wouldn't be bitching. You are agitated for a reason. Find out why do this person leaving their cup on the dining room table drive me insane when 1,000 other people left their cup there and it didn't bother me? That's what you need to ask. If you have a male counterpart in a polygamous relationship and they don't know this information, he don't need to be in that relationship, because it's not a relationship that's guided by the women. It's a patriarchal order. It's an oppressive relationship. He's supposed to already know to have his women hive. If he in a polygamous relationship, he have two parts to the relationship. He have what you call the stay-at-home woman, and then he have the working women. The working women don't work the job he tell them to. They go live their life purpose. They go live their life purpose. Some women want to be actresses. Some want to be a lawyer. Some want to be a doctor. But then some just want to be at home and be the mother. The one that want to be at home to be the mother, take care of the children, while the one that need to be out in the workforce is working. And he's going to do his part too, because he's going to make sure that the house is maintained. Anything these women need to take care of their business, they're just going to be there. But the real relationship comes in when the women get together and they understand that they giving this man the power to go out and affect change in the world also, and they all have to be at their strongest. For him to be at his strongest, the women in his pod, his polygamy pod, his hive, they have to each be the strongest that they can. If one of them is weak, the rest of them going to automatically start doing what it takes to lift her up once they hive. They won't be able to be weak, which means that he won't be able to be weak, and if he's weak, he can't stay weak, or he's going to be passed on to one of those women who will have a harem of bitch-ass niggas. Because just like you got a guy that wants strong women, we got women that's overly strong in order to keep in line 10 bitch-ass niggas. Then it's not a one-way street, but it's a matriarchal construct, and it works strongest when the matriarchs run it. It don't matter to me. I can be celibate and I can be single. It don't matter to me one way or the other. Shit, I don't even know how long I've been celibate, but it don't matter. That's not, it's not about the sex act. The sex is the passing the energy. That's all it is. It's saying, hey, I'm going to accept you if you're a man, and I'm going to let you into my portal to get you some Holy Ghost, so you can go out there and kick some ass and get the crown, so we can have our motherfucking kingdom set up and our queendom set up so we can build this empire. That's the purpose of the sex. Sometimes the woman want to get a man the son because she just want him to have something that look like him walking around the house. So hey, come on in here and make this baby. That's the secondary. Childbirth is not even the primary reason humans have sex. It's secondary. The primary reason is to exchange the energy, to allow the man to rise up to another level. He can't do that having animal sex. Animal sex don't do shit. All animal sex do is make your nuts tingle if you're a man. That's it. Animal sex is worthless. All it's good for is reproduction, a lower species of human. When you start talking about the realm of the gods and God's sex, gods don't have sex for the sake of sex. They don't just walk around and lay with people just to be laying with them. The healing aspect of the uterus is sacred. Women don't just heal anybody. They just don't do it. They selective. So they call a clan in, or their sisterhood, the pod, the hive, and they present this guy to the hive. Once they present the guy to the hive, they can bring him in physically. They might pass a picture around. Everybody's going to draw an unsaid opinion. right? And then, depending on the group, they might write it, record it, whatever, but then everybody going to share the opinion that they're going to give separately, and then it's going to draw what you call a profile. And then they're going to look at what they need in the system of needs within the clan and say, do he fit the profile of what we need? That's how they bring him into the clan. But those women who are priestesses that practice the healing sex arts, that's a whole nother animal, which that is not a license to be a slut. It's a job. It's like being a doctor. You got to go through a psychological evaluation to determine even if you can give this person the type of energy they need through the portal. They might need something else. They might need a club upside their head, instead of affection. Everybody don't need the same thing. So everybody shouldn't be given the same thing. You don't make a cookie cutter treatment for everybody. So I'm gonna go through here, see what these comments, questions is. Yeah, you're supposed to study sex. It's part of your human life cycles. It's part of your human interactions. The fact that they tie your tubes is they worried about your reproductive. They worried about your genes in the general population. When they hurry up to tie a woman tubes, if it's not her choice and they're trying to convince her, her genes have something in them that they don't want her having more babies. And you'll know, especially when they start talking tying your tubes after your first one. That's how you know they don't want you, specifically you, having more babies. All right. How can a woman help the man improve on the feminine energy so they can be balanced? I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Kendra, just because you can't have healing sex, that don't mean you can't have sex daily. Healing, if it's painful, if sex is painful for you, there's something wrong. It's not supposed to be painful. Your cervix is supposed to relax during sex. When your cervix restricts during sex and causes pain, because this is what happens. Your cervix restricts, it closes up. Eventually it's going to close your whole vagina. If you continue to have the sex, it's going to end up swelling up where nothing else is going to fit in there. And the sex is going to have to stop or it'll be too painful. When it starts at the cervix, that's called the Great Gate or the Pearly Gate. It's called the Pearly Gate because it's behind the pearl tongue. You got to go past the pearl tongue to get to the Pearly Gate. The gate is the cervix. We on our way to heaven, y'all. I'm finna tell y'all how to get there. The pain that closes the gate is when you trying to force yourself into a relationship with somebody that you don't have your heart and your soul convinced that person is right. You trying to accept somebody against everything in you that's telling you not to accept them. Then your cervix will start to close up on you. Your cervix will start to close up on you as your early warning signs, and the longer you with them, the more painful it'll get, and the closer to the opening of the vagina, the pain will become to the touch. That means that you will be physically painful to be touched. And then your secretions are going to stop. They accelerate that when they give you a hysterectomy. If they find out a woman is with a dude that's causing cervical pain, they're going to offer her a hysterectomy so fast. Because they'll never want her to get the gig is up. You sleeping with an unworthy. You're sleeping with an unworthy, so you can only experience pain unless you unworthy. If you unworthy, meaning you haven't done the self-work, then you can also experience the pain. But no matter what, the balance is not there because one of y'all not right. A guy could be hung down there like a horse and have sex with a woman and never cause her any pain. And here this dude come with the millimeter Peter, and she can't stand, the pain is too much for her to lay with him. and she don't understand why. She think, oh, I just need a big one. It's not that. It's the energy that's not compatible. It's not the size. It's the energy that's not compatible. And so, yeah, that's why they don't like mothers to come to the doctors with the women. Watch when y'all go to the doctors with y'all pregnant daughters, they be trying to run y'all off. Okay. India, the tumors are not from a dirty penis. And yeah, Kendra, the man can go crazy. Okay. So then, Kendra, if it's not because of pain and you just not interested, then that's perfectly normal. And that's due to the level, your spiritual level. When, let's say, for instance, a woman that only has arousal periodically, that means her spiritual level drop, and not until it can come up to a certain height will she be aroused. But soon as that level of spirituality drops, she not aroused no more. That's because she's naturally, innately a spiritual person. Yes, an unworthy man will definitely cause pain in a worthy woman, but most of the time, she probably started off as equal to him, and she continued to do the self-work, and he didn't, and it became painful. Um, I'm going to get into the tumors in 1 second. Yep, and endometriosis. Okay, the tumors, what they call fibroids or fibroid growths. If they're non-cancerous fibroid growth, that's just like a skin tag, and because of the energy type and the location of the uterus, the body is deceived into thinking it's pregnant and feeds nutrition and spirit energy to the tumor. But there's a chemical in the tumor that is sending the signal to the woman's uterus as if she's pregnant, but she's not. But it's not giving her the full pregnancy symptom or signal, or else it would stop her cycle. So it's just enough, like a birth control pill, it's just enough to stop you from making the egg. The tumor, probably producing a different chemical, give you just enough to allow the body to grow the tumor without interrupting the cycle, because you have different chemicals involved in the cycle. The endometriosis, the endometriosis is most of them, not all of them, but most of them come from a reckless man trying his best to hurt a woman so he can hear her moan during sex, and he's penetrating recklessly and in a way that causes her to bruise somewhere. The bruising, the body sends blood to the bruised area. Again, you are in the area of reproduction. So as you grow the lining in the uterus wall, and you've been misused between your legs, and you got bruises in places, your body has to send blood there. So you end up with endometriosis or inflamed endometrium. The lining of the uterus becomes inflamed. But your doctors also do it too. They put chemicals in there that'll inflame it if they want to give you a hysterectomy, the same as they give you cancer. Um, but the natural development of endometriosis is pretty rare, where the man is pounding on the woman. He had to be pretty reckless. And some women like it like that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
They take all of the guys, give them one name as one person, and you change those names in the translation, and the layman will never know.
Right.
But the biblical seminarians know they lying to the people, and in order to get they preaching certification, they just go along with the lie.
That's what we do.
Go along to get along. So if you continuously go along with the lie, you can't liberate nobody or free nobody's mind because you live in a lie.
But I'm gonna say this, Rod, just like I've said when the times when Grand Sheik has made this like sort of like blanket statement about all preachers already know, and all preachers do not know, because
I agree.
all preachers don't go to seminary. All preachers, and if they
Right?
do, like me, they may go to a college that has a specific evangelistic focus, and is not even in comparative religion. They're always putting Christianity up as the this is the example, and anything other than is an abomination. So they basically, when they do comparative religion, it's not to give you an opportunity to see that there are other sources of information that are historical and factual that this stuff is based on. Most preachers sit in churches and have sat and listened to preachers from the pulpit, got pulled into believing that they were called to do the same thing that preacher or bishop or whoever was doing, and then they get to do it, and they do it from their heart. It is later on when they get into the inner workings of what goes on behind closed doors in the back room, and the conversations and the humanity and lack of divinity of those men and women of the so-called cloth. It is then that they see the hypocrisy, and I'm speaking from experience, then that you see the hypocrisy of what's really going on, and you got to question whether any of this ish was true, because they're just out there doing this thing, but they're living a whole different lifestyle. So in defense of the ones who went in with their heart and soul in it, and didn't know that it was what it is, then I'm saying all don't know. But what I do have a problem with those who, once you find out, that they continue to perpetuate that.
Well, one of the things about those who go through the seminary that know, and those who come in as they call those hands-on preachers. They was taught hands-on by somebody in the church that helped them to learn how to basically run the church.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not as responsible as the ones who go read it in its original language, understand that it don't say what they telling you to say.
Absolutely.
It's a writing by Khalil Gibran called John the Madman that expresses the sentiment of you telling these people lies. I'm gonna tell them what's really in the book, right? There's so much stuff in the Bible that you can use it for any form of manipulation you choose to, if the people don't understand their own spiritual development. It becomes a easy tool of exploitation for those seeking to be wealthy. It's a way to get a whole lot of material gain for well-placed lies. They don't have to know they lying when they come in, but at some point, the discovery is imminent. You cannot continuously read that Bible and preach, because when you start preaching in front of a group of people, most people don't know this. You start off, you might be a fraud, but you start getting messages. Hey, stop telling them lies to the people, right? And sometimes the message might come from a 3-year-old in the church saying, why that preacher lying? Right? I know when I was 6 years old, I knew they was lying because I asked my mama and got my shoulder ringed off. She wasn't mad at me for saying it. She's mad at me for saying it in church. Mama, why that man up there telling that lie? I was in Grand Rapids. We was living in Grand Rapids at the time, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I was Pastor Abney preaching. And he was going over the standard Jesus script. And this was my first time really, really, really listening as a child to somebody tell the Jesus story. He told it exactly how he's taught to teach it. And I immediately said, this man lying as a 6-year-old. And it was a blatant outburst. All the church ladies turned around looking at me, and it embarrassed my mama to the point where she pinched me and wrung my shoulder off, got me crying up in the church, talking about you can't be saying that up in here. And then when we got home, later on, she talked to me, and then because she did, even if she disciplined us, she still talked to us.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't just discipline us and didn't never give us nothing. She gave us a lot of wisdom, even though she did spare the rod, spoil the child. I don't think she gave me enough ass whoopings. Whereas some of my siblings might feel like they got too many, right? But when I
Where did
look at
you fall in the? Are you youngest, oldest, middle?
I'm the seventh child, and
Of how many?
it was originally 10 of us. It's 8 of us left.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be number 7. My mama
Oh,
was number 7 and her daddy was number 7.
okay. Significance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call a lightning strike. And my grandmama got struck by lightning.
Really? I mean, actually.
Yeah. She was working on the fields of Mississippi down by Macomb, Magnolia, Tylertown area. And the storm came in and she got struck by lightning. That was my mama's mama. My mama said I think my mama was 5 years old when it happened. She never stopped grieving her mother her entire life.
Oh, so she did not survive the lightning strike.
No.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
that's where it ended her. But her spirit was strong in my mama. And it was due. So this goes back to the psychic connections with people. It's from the heart chakra. And it's from the place of pure love. And this is why most people can't never attain psychic abilities, is because their heart is confused with the ways of the world, right? So those with the golden heart can shine the brightest, but they first have to get the charring off from being exposed to the dirt of society. And that's what we working on. That's why we here. That's what our karmic debt in being here is to clear it by following our path of our book of life. You don't know what your book of life is until you get a certain level of awareness and look back on your life. And it's what they call dying while yet living. It's part
Mm-hmm.
of doing shadow work while you're going through the dark night of the soul. So when you look back on your life, you see certain patterns, key names, key figures who's influenced what.
And archetypes. You see certain
Yeah.
archetypes
So
that keep
archetype
repeating.
is part of the required study in the priesthood to allow you to understand which aspect of God you're dealing with. The highest aspect of God we call Big Mama. And the next highest aspect of God we call Big Papa. Right? Big Mama feminine, Big Papa masculine, but we call them the old energies. Right? So when you hear about them, call them the gods from days of old. It's written in a lot of the texts around the world, but don't nobody know what it means. Because they don't call for help, they can't get none. They're calling the wrong names, right? Jesus is spelled Iesous in Greek, right? Using applied grammar, IE becomes fused as IS, U cancels out the O and makes the US sound us. So when you pronounce it as a single word, it says ISIS. But the story that it's telling is not the story of ISIS, it's the story of Moses or Horus, right? So the Old Testament was written as a recovery text for the New Testament, meaning the New Testament was written first.
We were told always told in the church and in Bible college that the Old Testament is the new concealed and the New Testament is the old revealed, and that's the way they kind of played it off. But then you
Because they got to give you the right to discover that the Old Testament is written after the New Testament, which turns religion on its head.
And we were also taught that there were 400 silent years between the ending of the old and book of Malachi and the beginning of the new, and that in those 4 years God was silent. What we do know now, those who study, is that those are years of what I guess sort of Reconstruction, Renaissance, which ended up being a Renaissance afterward. That was when they were the Piso family and the ones that were
So the misunderstanding comes in
the
here.
ones that were writing, like you said, the one to try to make the two in agreement. That 400-year period, that nobody could read the so-called Bible because they were putting it together.
Right, but that 400-year period is actually a period where apocryphal books was written,
which they, for the most part, disqualified from that. Like the Gnostic texts, they didn't want us to read the Gnostic texts.
right? Well, not necessarily. They called the apocryphal books.
The apocryphal books, and then later on, the Gnostic, anything
right.
that was in gnosis knowledge, we weren't supposed to have that. We were just supposed to believe.
Right. So they got several different groups of information that comes from this understanding of missing books of the Bible. First, source material. Because when you source material back, it's a book called Black Gods Who Wrote the Bible. No, Black Africans Who Wrote the Bible. Right? Because the Bible was written by Etruscan Moors for the purpose of military conquest, and it was compiled and rewritten, I should say, based off ancient texts in order to control the narrative. And the controlled narrative is what Rome has been doing the whole time.
True.
I used to always hear my father say, when you look for the troublemaker, all roads lead to Rome. I don't know what he's talking about. But when I followed it religiously, I ended up with the Nicene Council in 325 AD. When I followed it back politically, I ended up with something called Plato's Republic. When I followed it back socially, I ran into something called a Greco-Roman Empire. When I ran it back from a athletic perspective, I ended up with the Olympiad. So I always ended up in Rome. Mm-hmm. So when I started tracing the dirt doers back, they went straight to Rome. They went to the Nicene Council, 325 and 327. They went back to the ancient writer Origen, who was what they call a first century philosopher. They went back to St. Augustus, another first century writer of Christendom. How can they be first century writers of Christendom when Christendom don't come about into the 300s? So they lying to us automatically.
Then you had the council of, what's it called, Chalcedon, 451, where they put together the edict of what the Bible was going to be good for. You know what I mean?
Right. So this is when they was.
Can I read that? Just a little paragraph sentence.
Yeah.
It says this council of the Roman Catholic Church, this wise and saving creed, the gift of divine grace, was sufficient for a perfect understanding and establishment of religion. So for its teaching about the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit is complete, and it sets out the Lord's becoming human to those who faithfully accept it. So agenda. They created religion, they created the characterization and the deity of God, as a part of what they were doing, and it's in their writings.
Yeah. So it's never been a secret. I was going over the bloody oath of the papacy to murder the kings, princes, and people of the land. With young elder. Because they put this stuff in the public domain, but most of us don't know we really seriously is in a spiritual war. In spiritual warfare, you have to fight it spiritually, and the effects is going to trickle down to the physical. If you try to fight it physical first, that's like putting the cart in front of the horse.
Right.
Right? You going out the world ass backwards, as my father used to say. Right? So when you put everything in its proper place, don't give it a judgment, and then step back and look at the big picture. Right? So they wrote all of the dirt down that they was gonna do before they done it. That's to absolve them from karmic debt before they do the act. Because now, if you agree to follow through with what they said they were going to do, that was your free will being exercised. They just influenced it. That's why they say the devil don't never tell you what to do. He just suggests it to you. It's just a strong suggestion by a power base that appears to be legitimate. And the appearance of legitimacy is predicated on the paperwork. Because if you don't have the degrees, you should not have the knowledge. Right? Which takes me to the next phase of my incarceration, where I thought I was doing all this studying in vain. So here we are 5-6 years later from hearing this lady in the day room in Cook County telling me to get a PhD. And I'm getting headaches from reading so many books so fast. Right? And the headaches is to the point where they're annoying to me that I don't want to read no more. Right? I don't know nothing about the nutritional burning that the brain is doing. But we go to a Black History celebration, and sister brings in a African dance corps. She was out of Detroit.